People, what up, man? It's the ONEG. It's your boy Wes, and I'm back with another one, and one that I think you're gonna find very helpful. So if you're ever seen me play the game, or if you're familiar with my play style, I use a lot of feints. And sometimes if you don't know what you're looking at, it just looks like I'm just kind of just throwing them. But there's a reason why I throw them, and in this video, I kind of want to go into a match and break down exactly what it is that I'm seeing and why I'm doing the feints and just some of the setups that I'm having and what I'm using. So I'll be going through a match and kind of talking through and kind of just telling you what I'm seeing and why I'm doing it. But anyways, outside of that, if you see me, I throw many different types. I throw stationary feints, I throw moving feints, hooks, jabs, cross feints, all that stuff. But how do I do them so fast? Well, the secret is I have a remappable controller. You can see right there, I have two paddles on the back of my controller. Now, years ago, I hurt my hands and I couldn't play some of the games that I wanted to that involved a lot of trigger play. So I got the paddles in order to flick it with my ring finger. And I discovered in Undisputed that, it could be useful as well. So what I did is I remapped the feint button to my right paddle switch, and I used that in tandem with pressing the button in order to get my feints off a lot faster. And as far as the left paddle switch goes, I switch from that from time to time. Sometimes I use it for loose movement. Sometimes I use it for switch hitting, the switch stance. It just depends on how I kind of want to go about the fight round by round. And then also it has a double tap feature. If I double tap this, I'm gonna see if I can show you in this match what I use it for. Basically, it's a taunt. It's a taunt on that double tap. I'm gonna show you what I use it for. But anyways, man, we're gonna kind of get into it. But before we do, if you find yourself enjoying this video, you can help me out by putting down a like and a subscribe and turn on notifications to be alerted with all the drops. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into the match, and I'm just gonna kind of talk you through it like I said before. So let's do it. All right, so starting off, there's a few things I look at, right? I'm looking at my opponent's aggression level. I know that based off of a few things. I know that based off of if he takes center ring or not, which my opponent did, in the first punch he throws. It lets me know his IQ level. It lets me know his aggression level overall. My opponent's very aggressive. With Joe Frazier, I mean, that's what you want to do, right? So when do I use feints? So right now, my opponent, he's guarding a combination of head and body, but ultimately he's just trying to get punches off. So I'm gonna throw my first feint here. Okay, he didn't bite. And you can say, well, what is biting, right? It's not if he punches. There's several things I'm looking at when I throw a feint, or a punch in general, really, or even movement when I'm moving forward. So your opponent could do a few different things. My opponent could block his head. He can block his body. He can try and counter. He can do nothing and just have his hands down and totally unguarded. That happens a lot. Or he can just back up. So my opponent here, he's looking to counter. So that's my fight. That's the fight that I want. So what am I going to do with him? I'm just going to out counter him. I'm going to ruin his spacing, and I'm going to make sure I'm in position to land counters. So feint, he guards his head. Feint, he tries to counter. Okay, cool. So we're going to be going to his body pretty much every time because he blocks his head or he shoots a shot. So my best punch right there is the body jab. Boom. And that's all I'm going to be throwing until he switches it up. And if he doesn't switch it up, we'll just keep doing it. See that? So boom. He's backing up now. I throw a feint. He's not guarding anything. Head. Boom. You see that? He's not guarding anything. Feint. He just wants to swing. Cool. And then guard his head. So right back to the body jab. Right back to the body jab. He's going to come out aggressive again is what I'm predicting. If he's there. Okay, yep. Comes out a little bit less aggressive, which is a jab. So feint. He's dropping his hands, looking to counter. But that's our game. Like I said, that's my strength. That's what I want. Boom. Little feint. He goes back to throwing another strike. Boom. Little feint. Goes back to throwing another one. Right, another counter. Boom. Throws another one. Boom. Feint. Feint. He guards nothing. So 2 shots to the head. Now he guarded his head that time. It's good defense for him. Another feint. He's guarding nothing until I get close. Now I see I'm getting close. Now he's going head body. Cool. So now we're gonna throw another feint. We're gonna throw another feint, and we're gonna go body, head, and he landed his. Good on him. He won that exchange, and that's fine. That's what happens during the fight. But he's not guarding his head as much as he should be. Now, earlier I said I like to, with aggressive opponents who throw a lot of power shots like my opponent's doing here, I said I like to do a little trick with the paddle in order to get a taunt off. That trick is this taunt. I like to poke my head out, right, to entice him to throw. And then when he does, boom. Big time. Because my head looks like it's closer than what it is to target, right? It looks like it's closer than what it is. It's also a taunt, so it's going to piss him off. Head out. Head out. No. Head out. He's going to throw. Throws a jab that time. Boom. Boom. And got him. So head out. Boom. And you got to be quick with it, though. Like me, I wasn't quick with it right there, so I kind of got caught. Head out. Boom. Boom. Just like that. Now, what are you doing at dazed? 2 to the body. Boom. Boom. Drop his hands. And then you go to his head with a power right or a power left. Whatever you, a power uppercut, whatever you want to throw. Boom. So now he's falling right back into my trap. Feint to move forward. I use the forward moving straight to cover more distance. You see that? And stop on a dime when I'm in front of my opponent. So the feints aren't just to get a reaction out of your opponent. I use them also as movement options as well. So even with the backward straight feint, you see how I can get out of range? Boom, poof, it's just poof, poof, poof. That takes me out of punch range for my opponent, but keeps me where I want to be in the neutral. Boom, bow. You see that? So now I just it's like taking a step back. It allows me to take a step back. Boom, step back, boom, got him again. Whoop, right there. Whoop. That's why y'all hear me. I'd be like whoop, and then I'd follow up my 3-piece because I'm at perfect range to land it if my opponent throws. So whoop. Right there. Now he's only guarding his head. So we pretty much, there he is. Body, he dropped his hands. Boom. Got him again. Boom. He dropped his hands. Feint, what does he do? He backs up. Body. He guards his head. Body. Yep. Feint. Guards his, not guarding his body. Not guarding his body. Boom, boom. 2 to the body. 2 to the body. Now he's guarding his body. So now we throw 1 to his body and then his head. So now 1 more to his body. 1 more to his body, 2 to his body, and now we've conditioned him to think body. Now, so what we're gonna do now, what I like to do is I still like to throw 1 to the body, but I like to throw together a 3-piece, right? So I'll throw like 2 to the body, right? Like that, 2 like hooks to the body or something to keep his hands down. And then on the 3rd punch, throw to the head. Because that's keeping his block low. Those 2 punches that I throw to the body, I don't give a damn if those land. That's just to keep his hands down for the right hand coming over the top. And you see how it turned out right there. They're just distraction shots. I don't care nothing about those landing. Boom, boom. See that? See, body, body, head. Right there. Boom, body, body. I've conditioned him now with that hook. Body, body, head. Easy work. Easy work. That's the feints and the setups basically, you know. But you gotta initially read your opponent. What are they doing? Blocking head, blocking body? Are they trying to counter? Are they backing up? Are they doing nothing? You want to look at all those things in order to land your shots and get a higher percentage of shots landed. A lot of people right now are struggling to land shots. There is some tracking issues. I do acknowledge that. But ultimately, shot selection, a lot of people are just doing something that I used to do. I used to just read and react. I would just look at what's open and throw it, you know what I mean? And I had success with that, but you know, from just playing the game quite a bit, it worked for me. But ultimately, you got to kind of make those reads, and there's different ways to make those reads easier, like using feints. See, now he's coming in with the power jab. Nice, nice. Going to my body. He's conditioning me now. You see that? If he's smart, he'll go to my head. He'll throw 1 more to the body and go to the head. Boom. Got him over the top. Feint. He's going to look to counter. Look to counter. Boom, boom, boom. And now he's blocking body again. You see that? Now we're going to throw some body jabs. All these are for is just to keep him go low. Have him go low with his hands again. I don't care about actually landing him. If that makes sense. You see that? I just wanted to do that. Because then boom, boom. I went body jab and then right hand up top. And then I made him drop his hands right there again. So boom, drop him hands. Drop them hands. And 1 landed. So that's good for us too. but I'm just conditioning my opponent. Making him do what I want him to do. That's when you hear people saying they're in control of the fight. That's being in control of the fight right there. So honestly, I think I taught everything I can. I'm gonna put it all together for this last little bit of the fight and try to get a knockdown, another knockdown. Body, head open, body. Like I said, those 2 shots I don't care about. I'm just trying to get him to drop his hands. Boom. You see that? That's all. I don't care nothing about landing those shots. I just want him to drop his head. If he's smart, he would strike back in between my shots though. But my opponent, that's just part of his game that he just hasn't discovered yet. No disrespect to my opponent. He just hasn't discovered that part of his game yet. And we dominating the fight, of course. Which is good IQ. It's good IQ. Nice. He's a little gassed after that. We could attack right now. His hands are down. Yep. Boom, boom. There you go. Throw a little straight in there. I don't throw enough straights, man. The straights is kind of awful in this game right now. But I mean, that one landed. So look at this. What we teach you. Body, head. Easy work. Easy work, man. And that should be it. But like I said, man, use all the tools at your disposal. Even taunts. I use taunts. You got to think. Oh, okay. Never mind. My opponent got up. I mean, this is on PC. You know, PC's weird with the getting up. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Just going to leave it at that. We're going to get him up out of here. Body, head. Body, head. Let's get it to him. Body, head. Yep. Body. Okay, there you go. There you go. Let's condition him to drop. Let's see what he does. Is he guarding his head? He's just looking to counter. Okay. He's guarding a little bit of everything. But right now, we know the counters are going to be there. Because he has bad spacing. His spacing's poor. He's kind of just throwing stuff. Yep. Throwing that right hand a lot. That's the best punch in the game. Obviously, that power right hand. Make sure you use it. Don't let anybody say you're spamming. It's not spamming if it's open. You can't really even spam anymore after the update. You get cooked. So, boom, bank. And that should be it right there. Like I said, conditioned him. Jab to the body, up top with the straight. And before that, we just throwing body shots just to make him think about his body. And if he doesn't block his body, then you can... How is he getting up? How is he getting up? And if he doesn't block his body, then just continue to go to it. Just keep hitting him in it. I don't know how he's getting up 6 times, but we're going to have to really... All right, his hands are down. His hands are down. So do your strongest combo, which is your double hook. Boom, straight, yep. Boom, 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 bank. Bank, bank. Okay, so body. He didn't drop his hands at all. He's going to get up again. This is 7 knockdowns, I think. I think this is 7 knockdowns. Like I said, PC be weird, bruh. I hate playing on PC. I was just too lazy to boot on my PS5 and record. But like I said, man, what I was saying before, make sure you're using everything at your disposal, even your taunts. Get creative. Think outside the box. Make sure you're gathering all the information you could possibly gather and use them feints. Get you mappable buttons. If you can't use the D-pad, the mappable button, you can use the D-pad, but I find they only really help with stationary feints, not the moving feints like I was talking about in order to move. But make sure you're not just doing it. Make sure you have a purpose behind it and condition your opponents to open them up for shots that you want to land. People are saying they're having problems landing hits. As you can see, this is every match for me. 63% landed, 32% landed. Is there a problem with tracking? Absolutely, but you can still land your shots. And hooks is always going to be a lot of your offense because a lot of the time you're throwing hooks to the body. So it's always going to be a lot of hooks you throw. And they can be accurate if you're lining them up properly. But anyways, man, if you enjoyed that video, man, make sure to go ahead and drop a like and subscribe and comment down below if there's anything else that I didn't explain that you want to kind of get more clarification on or learn, or any ideas of anything else that you want me to show you that I incorporate. But I appreciate you for coming through. It's the ONEG, OOD. It's your boy Wes, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.